Jermaine Franklin is suing his own promoter, Dimitri Salita, ahead of his fight with Anthony Joshua on Saturday night. The lawsuit states that Salita has given Franklin two choices for his last two professional bouts. They were said to be, agree to the percentage and terms it demands, or don't fight. Franklin says he needs this intervention or he will continue to be subject to this take-it-or-leave-it boxing industry tactic or risk unreasonable withholding of lucrative career-changing boxing opportunities. The lawsuit also outlined the series of events that led up to Franklin's fight with Dillian Whyte in November 2022. According to the suit, Salita sent Franklin a bout agreement claiming that all it needed was the American heavyweight signature to make the fight happen. Believing his signature on the bout agreement confirmed the fight, Franklin began calling out Whyte on social media, urging him to sign the bout agreement. However, Franklin later learned that Salita never confirmed the Whyte fight, according to the suit. Instead, Salita was said to be in negotiations for a fight between Whyte and Otto Wallin, another boxer he promotes. To add insult to injury, Franklin was reportedly asked by Otto's manager to spar with the Swedish boxer ahead of his fight with Whyte. Franklin, who was struggling financially, agreed to help Otto train for the fight he thought was his. However, the fight between Otto and Whyte never materialized as Whyte sustained a shoulder injury. After the disappointment subsided, Franklin went on to search for a co-manager and signed an agreement with an independent company. They reportedly used their contacts to renegotiate terms with Whyte over a blockbuster bout. According to the lawsuit, they were able to confirm a professional fight with a greater amount than originally proposed by Salita. The deal is also said to have included a sizable training camp advance. However, the lawsuit states that Salita would not agree to the fight unless his terms were met. According to the lawsuit, Franklin was told he could either sign the Salita bout agreement as it was or risk forfeiting a boxing match that could change the trajectory of his career. Franklin felt he had no alternative and signed the bout agreement under Salita's terms. Franklin would lose to Dillian Whyte on a close points decision. Nevertheless, he was eager to build on the momentum created by the fight and push for another top 15 bout. Jermaine's co-manager thought he was worthy of a fight with Anthony Joshua, who had not stepped foot in the ring since his second successive defeat to Alexander Usyk in August 2022. However, according to the lawsuit, Salita was pushing for Otto to face Joshua instead. Nevertheless, Matchroom offered Franklin the AJ fight. According to the lawsuit, Matchroom are the sole promoters of the fight and have been bearing all the costs, including the amount of Franklin's purse. It is believed Salita's only duty was to give permission for Franklin to fight. However, he is said to have been asking for his regular cut. According to the suit, Franklin was given 20 minutes to make a decision or risk Matchroom finding another fighter. As a result, Franklin agreed to all of Salita's terms and signed on the dotted line. However, Franklin is said to have made a few suggestions ahead of signing the paperwork to avoid court intervention. These were said to be hire an outside mediator to settle all contractual disputes, file a joint request for a declaratory judgment, and/or sign a stipulated agreement placing 30% of the AJPOS amount in escrow until a good faith negotiation can take place, but allowing Franklin to fight. Franklin will also go before Congress in the United States of America after his fight with Joshua to try and get the Muhammad Ali Act changed. Okay, this is an ongoing case, and I can't speak about Salita specifically, but generally speaking, boxing promoters are untrustworthy and unscrupulous at the best of times, and smaller promoters who don't have TV deals tend to be the worst because they're often desperate for money. All I can tell you is Jermaine better have his head in the game or he's going to get his head bust on Saturday night. In fact, he might get his head bust anyway. Best of luck.